All right, man. So thanks for taking time to chat, Lawrence. So,
Yeah, no problem.
are you back in San Francisco? Are you? I know you were traveling. Are you back in town?
Yeah, I was in LA for 1 week. We kind of did a thing where we quarantined ourselves, and my sister-in-law's family did the same thing. And then we
Gotcha.
visited for 1 week, came back, did another quarantine so that my parents could come see us
Oh,
again. Yeah,
gotcha.
you know.
Cool. So, for those people that don't know, who are you and what do you do at Rubica?
Yeah, sure. I'm Lawrence. I am the application team lead at Rubica. So I lead the teams that are responsible for our iOS, Android, Mac, Windows app, as well as Portal and like the back end for those things.
Nice. So you're actually the first person representing San Francisco. We've only had
Yeah.
Kirkland folks so far. So, um, be honest, is there like a different vibe between the two offices? Because when I go down and visit, it's definitely more chill. So, like, what do you think about the two different offices? Like, what kind of vibes do each of them have?
Strangely enough, I feel like our culture is pretty like similar. I feel like we're both pretty chill. I
Yeah.
would say San Francisco. I mean, at least when we were in the office, we started a little bit later than you guys. I think Kirkland is notoriously. We could get into the office at like 7 a.m. or even earlier sometimes. We were like rolling the office at 10 a.m. All these engineers. So
That's funny.
yeah, that's might be the main difference. We're very laid back. We're a smaller group than the Kirkland folks, but yeah, it's about the same. I feel like I think we when we end up coming together to do those like all company events, like we all
Yeah.
mesh very well. So
Nice. So we had actually just moved you guys into a new space. Like this was what, like the October, November-ish of last year. So you
yeah,
guys didn't even get a chance to really enjoy it. So because the pandemic happened. So
right, right.
what has it been like for you? Because I mean you guys had a pretty sweet setup. You got your
Yeah.
desks all laid out, and then you guys had to go work from home. So what has that been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, you hit it on the head. Like we were in the middle of buying furniture. We were like,
Yeah.
looking at the budget, like this is what we're gonna buy. We were all excited, and then suddenly pandemic hit, and we had to go home. It's been okay. Like for my schedule specifically, like I work with the offshore team a lot, and so it is actually nice to have some more flexibility, and I don't have to commute anymore.
Yeah.
Of course, I miss seeing like my coworkers. I miss seeing them and having lunch with them and everything.
Yeah.
But it is like that part of it, like the flexibility is nice. I roll out of bed at 10 and I'm able to start working right away. And I can also work late and not have to worry about like commuting that sort of thing. So that
Yeah.
part's nice. Yeah.
So we've had a few video bombs from your family. Just I can count a handful of times, but that I think that's kind of funny because you have people's families, you have dogs, you have UPS knocking on the door,
Yeah.
and I think we've all kind of just kind of gotten used to it, which
Yeah.
is I think that's kind of cool because it's life, man. Like
Mhm,
stuff's gonna
mhm.
happen. So
Yeah.
um, one of the things that I wanted to ask you about specifically was on the last two episodes, Emily and Brandon have both talked about me doing lots of gifts, but you do
Mhm.
memes. And the one that like really sticks out to me is when we had the picture of Fran, fake Fran, as I call the photo, and you had this like Game of Thrones monologue of Francis from the House of Doing. So like where do you get the inspiration for these things, man? Like, is it just like have you always liked memes, or
I
what do you
love
think?
memes. Yeah, I love them. I just kind of get inspiration from it. Like I don't know what specifically made me think of that. We were just talking about yeah, it was just like a photo of Fran in a crowd. She was just like looking very regal, like whoa. So I was like, oh, it made me think of Game of Thrones and that whole like spiel that they say before they introduce the Queen of Dragons. And so I made up my own like thing. Like I think it was like Queen of the Northwest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's pretty
that was
fun.
really good. I think didn't
Like,
she make you like say it on a call? Like
yeah,
you had to like
yeah, I did. I recited it. So, yeah, I
that's
mean I really like that. Like, I think the whole company is very loose like that. Like, we just joke around I mean, we had that GIF of Fran for the longest time, where she's
there's
just
that
saying
one.
Rubica. That one.
Yeah, Yeah, she scolded me for that one, but every now and then I try to sneak it in
Yeah,
just for
yeah.
funsies.
Just
So the other thing
as long as you don't
I was
shoot
going to
too
ask.
much, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
The other thing I was going to ask you was, so we finished another competition. We did a teams challenge. We did a steps challenge, but your winning pedigree stems back to high school, Lawrence. Like I remember something about like swimming and like retiring something. So like what happened with that? Like where does your prowess come from?
Well, I mean, to go back to the steps challenge really quickly, this is the call of the champions because we're the ones who won the steps challenge.
Yeah,
Thank you for carrying me. You like did like what 300K or something like that. It was
yeah,
incredible. Um, for me, like, yeah, my high school sport was swimming. I did a little bit of water polo too, just because I was good at swimming.
yeah.
But yeah, swimming was like my main thing. And I guess my claim to fame was I won like the league event, like 100 backstroke. I was like league champion. And so,
Yeah.
that was like the height of my athletic career. It was like, all, I don't know, eight, 10 schools, something like that. And I was the champion at that one event. And I was recruited by a community college. And that was
Nice.
like the end of my career. It was like, oh, that's the only one who wants me. Community college. But yeah, after that, like I didn't really swim as much anymore. So
Gotcha. So,
yeah.
so you talked about steps challenge. So total between the two of us for 10 days, we did 452,311 steps. So how did you feel after? Did you feel like better? Because I felt like I had more energy, because
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
we're just like sitting on on all these meetings and stuff, and I thought it was good to kind of get the blood flowing. But did you cramp up at all? Did you have like a strategy? Because I know it was smoky too. Like we were dealing with
Yeah, that's
the
true.
elements.
Sure. Yeah,
So
we had to deal with the
how'd you
elements
approach
a little
that?
bit. Yeah. No, not really. Like maybe the first few days I cramped up a little bit, like kind of getting used to going from nothing to trying to do like 20,000 steps or more. But I think I got pretty used to it. I'm sorry to say that I haven't kept it up. Like I should do a little bit more. But yeah, I really like those challenges. It gets us to all compete and kind of get active. Like we all really need that, I think. So
For sure. What the thing that I was bummed about is Roderick was talking a lot of crap at the very
yeah,
beginning. I think his exact words were JM is delusional if he thinks he's gonna win.
no
And
way.
he wasn't even on the call for me to gloat.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
have to do that on the next one. We'll forever live in infamy, kind of like your swimming days. So
yeah. I thought we weren't going to catch Ash for the longest time. She was like
she
really pumping out steps.
she came out of the gate really, really hard. Like that first day, she threw up
Mhm.
like a 38 spot. And then Raven, I was checking in with her. I was like, okay, you need to calm down because you're doing too
Yeah,
many steps. Like we need to
right,
slow it down. And
right.
she was cranking them out, but we were both joking that we had to go get massages after
Yeah.
because we were just like
Well, I felt
wiped
bad
out.
because I felt like 20K was a lot for me, and you were just like killing it like with like 40K days. So after a while, I was like, wait, we actually have a way, or there's actually a way we could win. Like I
Yeah.
thought there was no way, and so when I saw the amount that you're cracking out, like, well, I guess I better do something. Better do my
Team
part.
effort. It was a good win. So
Yeah.
I was trying to think of like what the next challenge could be. Because now we're getting into fall and stuff, but I have some ideas. So there's another one coming.
Okay.
So like I mentioned earlier, there are like rapid fire questions that I have, and so the record right now is 14. So that's Emily.
All right.
So I will give you a pro tip. Answer quickly because sometimes people will think about the answer and then they waste like 15 seconds on one
Well,
question.
how much time is total?
So I'm going to give you a minute. So I
Okay.
will start a
Okay.
timer
Okay.
and I'll run through the questions.
I'm gonna get
All
all.
right.
I'm getting all
All
20.
20?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Here we go. Timer. Okay. Favorite sport to play?
Sports play, triple play, Giants. The pitcher was Yabu.
Go to a karaoke song.
Uh, um, I want it that way. Backstreet Boys.
Favorite Rubica office snack?
Oreos.
Describe yourself in one word.
Happy.
Quarantine meal that you love to cook.
Macaroni and cheese.
Curry or Lillard?
Curry.
Best dressed in the San Francisco office?
Me.
What motivates you?
My family.
Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Skydive or bungee jump?
Skydive.
Most creative person at Rubica?
Me.
Hidden talent you have?
Hidden talent. I don't have a hidden talent. Holding my breath underwater for a long period of time.
Best pizza topping?
Pepperoni.
Computer or console gaming?
Computer.
Who at Rubica would win a dance competition?
Me. Did I get up?
All right. So that was like 14. I don't know if that last one was kind of iffy. So
was that
you
the
were tied.
One?
Yeah. So the computer or console gaming. Okay. So you're tied with Emily.
Okay.
So, the other one that I had on there was you're not doing it now, but you sport lots of nice hats. So like, what is your favorite hat to wear?
I don't have it near me, but it's I wear this gray one. You've probably seen it like a lot. That's probably my favorite one right now. But I've worn it so much that it's like got to the point where it's all dirty, and I kind of want to get a new one.
Good stuff.
My hair is usually really crazy, and so I think that's why every single meeting I'm wearing a hat.
I just thought it was because you were like, jazzing it up, making sure we had some style on the call.
I'm just lazy. I don't want to do my hair normally. I'm just at home.
That reminds me of when Josh was wearing a tank top and Roderick like called him out. I don't know if you remember.
Like, oh, it's a very bold fashion choice there, Josh.
All right, so this is kind of an ancillary question, but the question that I've been asking people is, who do you think the funniest person at Rubica is? So here's what has been said so far. Mm-hmm. So Brandon said Tyson. Mm-hmm. Emily said Ash, and there are a few people in the office that say you. So who do you think is the funniest person at Rubica?
Well, I don't want to be conceited, so I'm not going to say me. Actually, I'll say Tyson too. I think Tyson just has like a really good, dry sense of humor. So I just he'll just be quiet. Nobody's really talking. He'll just say something that's just like hilarious. Or he'll like drop something in like chat or something in Slack. So yeah, I think I would vote for Tyson.
Okay. Yeah, I called him sneaky funny because you're not expecting it.
Yeah, you're not expecting it. You're not expecting it. Suddenly he'll say something that's just hilarious. So.
Good stuff, man. Well, I appreciate you taking time to chat, and you'll be famous after this, Lawrence.
All right, great. Yeah.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.